Three people in the room, I start by saying my name is Tayfun, and people say, what kind of name is that? So I say Tayfun, just like the hurricane, right? So, and then some people say, okay, that's a cool name, and it depends on where you are, obviously. And then I continue with, hey, I have a brother whose name is Volcano. that's where the, I broke it. But Volcano, and people then ask, do you have a sister? And I say, no, and well, would have been named Tsunami if I had. And then one more thing goes, the conversation goes like, what kind of parents do you have? And my parents are here, and Volcano is here, and my wife is here, my lovely daughter is here tonight. So, and now, I'm not going to start my conversation like that this time. I'm going to start differently. My name is Tayfun. I'm the mayor of Chatham Township. And I'd like to welcome you all to this great chamber and thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. And I'd like to thank the committee for electing me as the mayor and for their confidence in me. Thank you. And I will work very hard every day to earn your respect. And I'd like to begin by congratulating Tracy Ness for joining the committee this year, and I'm committed to working with her throughout the time that we serve together, leaving the campaigns behind and doing the good work for Chatham Township. This is what I'm doing. And Tracy and I had one thing in common, even before her coming into board here, and that is that we both had seniors in Chatham High School last year, and they both are in the college this year. So they're freshmen in college, and that is our common thing. And Ryan and Daphne, and congratulations to you. And if there's any other Chatham High School students here, I just tell you one thing, college is expensive. And work hard and study hard, at least pretend like it. And so I would like to recognize some of the folks here, and we just, I think she just left. We had the Lieutenant Governor, Kim Gudano, former Lieutenant Governor Kim Gudano was here, and I want to thank her for coming. And I don't know if still John McKean is here. John McKean, the assemblyman from District 27th in New Jersey. I think he just left, and I want to thank him as well. So I have John City here, who's the Morris County the chairman of Morris County Crime Stoppers. Plus, he was former freeholder. He is former Morris County Republican Committee chairman. And I have Bruce Harris here, the mayor of Chatham Borough. I don't know if he's still here. No? Okay, he's over there. He was once nominated to the Supreme Court. He always says that. Don't mention that. And Ted, I can't say your last name, I apologize, is here, Koblars, and he is the council member in Chatham Borough as well. So thank you guys. And also, again, I want to thank my family and being here tonight, supporting me, and my lovely wife, and letting me do what I want to do. And this is a great sacrifice from the family side, I know that. And my daughter, I want to thank her as well for being here. And I'm going to talk about, real quick, about our accomplishments in 2008 and 2019 goals in the next few minutes. But before I get to that, I want to just talk about the next few minutes about my story. And I'm going to tell you all the things that Mike didn't tell you. And I came to America about 22 years ago, in November of 1996. And I was 26 years old, and just so you relate to timing, and Bill Clinton was finishing up his first term as president, and even more important than that, and if you turn on TV, every channel on TV was showing this white Bronco, the SUV, was being chased by police officers, right? So, I didn't understand much about it, but then I learned that this was the thing. Although the verdict was reached about a year ago, in October of 1995, but the TVs were all, consumed with that. So that's the time that I came here. And didn't speak much English. I mean, I couldn't do this speech at all. I mean, I hardly spoke English, and I started at a gas station and didn't have to talk too much. You just need to know, hey, you want to check the oil or something like that. So, and I didn't have much money, and first few $100s I spent to buy a car. It's a Caprice Classic, very old station wagon car. And that was probably the cheapest car. I paid $700 for that car, and it was probably the cheapest car. And per person, you can fit in a basis. So I could have probably fit the entire room in that car. So first day in America, I was taken from JFK and coming to New Jersey, and I was told that I should see Manhattan. They took me through Manhattan, and I'm looking at those buildings. And I was amazed by seeing those skyscrapers. I mean, I went to architectural school. I saw those buildings in my classes, but being next to them, driving by them, and going into Lincoln Tunnel like 2.5 kilometers, like 1.5 miles, and going into New Jersey side, looking at Turnpike. It's a huge, like 10 lanes this way, 10 lanes coming that way, and you could see the power and the strength and the greatness of something. This country was big and rich and powerful. So that was my first day. Everything was big. Everything was big in America. Okay. So I went to dinner at a restaurant right on Route 22. It was Friday, I can say that, and it was had just opened. And I was thinking about how big things are in America, There you go, that plate comes with the food, and huge. You can feed the entire room here. So, that also showed me about America, the abundance of resources in America. Right, so then early 1998, I married to my beautiful wife, sits right here. In 1999, we purchased our first home in Wharton, New Jersey. And the year 2000 was the most important year in our lives, and because our daughter was born, and she's right here with us as well. So she went to public schools, Chatham Public Schools. I'm proud of it, and she's proud of it, and because it's one of the greatest school systems in the state, if not in the country. So we make all the ranks. So 12 years after arriving in this country, and in another November day, in 2008, and the proudest moment in my life, one of the proudest moments in my life, I pledged allegiance to the flag, and I became an American citizen. Just like my daughter, I was an American. Not sure I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I think that the way I walked may have changed a little bit with the pride of being American. So, and carrying that pride. And honestly, I felt probably a little smart. That's amazing. Now, after 22 years, fast forward 22 years, and almost exactly 22 years, since my arrival to this country, there have been over 8,000 days. And 8,000 times, I woke up as a proud person to live in this country. And after 2008, about 10 years, last 10 years, I was proud to live as an American citizen. Every single day. If I learned one thing in the last 22 years, if I learned one thing that you would ask me, what did you learn in America? And I would say, ladies and gentlemen, we live in the greatest country on earth. This is the greatest country on earth. And what makes this country great is not what I have seen on my first day. It's not about that. It's not about the size of the buildings. It's not about Empire State Building or New York Turnpike or the food and the people and the nice cars. What makes this country, greatest country on earth, is you, the people. It's people.